Hello everyone, this is Matthew Brand. I've been a chef for 7 years. I've been cooking professionally for 9. Today I just want to talk about some of the cons to being a chef. Starting with number 5, it's after being a cook for a while, other people seem slow and lazy. And you will go into your local retailer, I'm talking about Walmart or something like that, and you will see people moving slow as hell and you'll wonder how the hell do they have a job? And this will bother you. It will bug the shit out of you. But you'll go on and you'll think to yourself, hey, if I took a job like this, I would smoke everybody. And it's probably true. So that's why that's so low on the list. But number 4, this is where things start to get worse. It's a low starting pay. Unfortunately, those fucks at Walmart and some of the other jobs, they may make less than you, but they don't make that much less than you. So it kind of drives you crazy when you realize how much you're sacrificing when you first begin your culinary adventure. Now, do other chefs, executive chefs and whatnot make a lot of money? Yes, they do, depending on where you work. And it's a good thing because you directly translate your skill into money, where other places, they're very, very, very replaceable. And that's a horrible feeling when you go home and other people will realize that. But I'll save that for pros top 5 later. Number 3, when you leave work, you will smell like old lettuce, old grease, and if you're lucky, you might just smell like fish. So the reason I say this is because a lot of people don't realize it, and it doesn't bother you as much. I mean, you'll be in the kitchen and you'll get used to it. But when you go out to hang out with other people, they will notice it, and it may make a love life a little difficult and all that stuff. And you would just say, hey, well, why don't you just go home and take a shower? A lot of times you don't have time for that because chefs work a lot of hours, and you'll get to shower when you go home. But if you want to do anything between work and home, yeah, you're going to smell a bit, especially if you had to go straight from work to school. Number 2, it's not a highly respected job. One day a cook will go to his high school reunion and then everybody will be engineers, teachers, some doctors, and a whole lot of nurses. The guy who didn't go to college and isn't a factory worker owns their own landscaping business. So it makes you want to just not tell everybody where you work because it's hard to compete with that when you have a swanky new job at the local diner. Anyway, the fact is most people can be hired as a cook, ex-convicts, college dropouts, high school dropouts, etc. And because of this, it garners little respect from people in other professionals, especially the white-collar ones. But just remember, it's not what career you pick, it's what you do with it that matters the most. I just find it bothersome that you still hear this kind of stuff from people who aren't even in a career yet. They're just still going to college. They may be finishing up high school, or even worse, they're waitresses. And that brings me to number 1. Being a cook is the only job where you really have to tolerate waitresses. Now, I'm not saying waiters. I'm not saying bartenders. I'm saying waitresses. And you know what? That might sound sexist when I don't put waiters in that category because waiters can be troublesome too sometimes. But it's mostly waitresses when you have all women or at least a majority of women as the servers. It's just too much hormones or estrogen in one room and they'll all fight each other. I know it sounds terrible and sexist, like I said, but you can even ask a waitress, this is just the way it goes. Or any job where it's all women working together. There's just too much conflicting, how should I put it, personalities. It's just too much. This is just how women are. That's my top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, tune in next time, do what it is that people do because, I'm poor and hungry and want to, eat this week. All right. Talk to you later.